Almost everyone today is focusing on the weak economy, rising unemployment, and the problems in financial markets. But those looking ahead see a different problem on the horizon.
There is a demographic tsunami coming our way. This is why this is so important.
In the next 2 decades, 77 million baby boomers will be retiring, many at management levels.
77 million, that's a large number. The first ones of those last year turned 63 and started to leave the workforce. And that's just going to continue for the next 17 years.
For every 5 boomers leaving the workplace, there are only 3 Generation Xers available to take their place. Key skills will be lost, never to be regained, and recruitment alone won't replace them.
But the truth is that older workers are the ones who bring in the business, and in fact create the opportunities for younger workers to expand.
Among the hardest hit industries are healthcare, energy, science and engineering, and the public sector. But all industries will be impacted. Without a new talent management strategy, this potential skill loss will seriously compromise your company's ability to sustain and grow its operations.
As these baby boomer retirements begin, this particular company has a strategy to do it. They've added re-entry to the recruitment and rehire parts of their talent acquisition strategy. And what happens is that creates for them a situation where they're much more competitive than their competitors would be who haven't done that.
For over 20 years, Alan Bernstein and John Trouth have been delivering conference presentations and keynotes on effective career and retirement strategies.
Thanks to advances in science, medicine, technology, we're all living longer lives, we're living healthier lives. We've got maybe 20, 25, 30 more years of productive life in front of us. So one of the big questions is how to pay for all that if you do retire. But the more important question is what do you do with it?
Today, Alan is a highly regarded psychotherapist and career coach in New York City, counting major hedge funds and CEOs among his clientele. John is known throughout the West Coast banking industry for his expertise in strategic planning. Together, they've pooled their intellectual resources to develop a revolutionary approach for skills retention to combat the coming brain drain.
Here's what's going to happen in organizational life. There's going to be 5 people leaving and 3 coming up to take their place. And you know what? We're going to have to change the flexibility of the organization. And organizations know that. They have to leave the leadership model of only full-time people are in command. They're going to have to recognize what was formerly called the mommy track and realize that part-time workers can be terrific. They carry institutional memory, they carry loyalty, they carry a total commitment to the culture of the company. And our job is really the integration of the company mindset with the individual mindset and a great flexible marriage between them.
The MORE program, Mutually Optimized Renewal, is a cutting-edge approach based on the Berkman method used by Fortune 500 companies to redefine retirement. John and Alan see this stage of life as an opportunity to renew the employer-employee relationship and extend it well beyond traditional retirement age. Their system builds on skills that transfer to younger generations.
Mutually optimized renewal. Basically, our program aligns the company's need for retention with the individual's need for renewal. So we're talking about mutuality here, both on the side of the company and the individual. We're optimizing the opportunity for both to prosper, and we're renewing the relationship so we make it exciting for both the company and the individual, and they want to be involved with each other and they want to continue to work together and prosper and help each other.
Alan and John help dispel traditional myths about retirement, older workers, and part-time work. The MORE program includes guided self-assessment, the Berkman profile, and innovative job restructuring. As a result, both the organization and the employee are best positioned to thrive and grow.
We see with people who are facing retirement that there's a stage in their life now where they can really decide, they can choose what they want to do and how they can relate it to their work, how they can relate it to the jobs they've had. And we see an opportunity for dialogue from the company side. They see now the opportunity to really integrate these mature workers. And our job here is to sharpen the dialogue between the company and the individual.
There's no downside to a conditional reentry contract. Would you like to do this? Here's the option. You don't have to take it if you don't want to. Why not sign up and do it? Plus, you've got the sabbatical. You're going to have some time off. You're going to have the opportunity to live the dream. You don't have to postpone it any longer. Go live in France or wherever you would like to do. and figure out later if you'd like to come back. If you do come back, it's to an ideal circumstance. It's to the best circumstance for you. So you've got a great job, you've got a new opportunity to learn and grow and thrive in the company, and all studies have shown happier employees stay longer.
Alan Bernstein and John Trouth are the principal directors of the Center for Innovative Retirement. They're the co-authors of Your Retirement, Your Way, the first ever step-by-step curriculum for preparing intelligently for this major life transition. Published by McGraw-Hill, their book has become Amazon's #1 best-selling book on retirement. Their understanding of motivational needs, together with their expertise in corporate strategy, makes them a resource for your company's future.
There's an old saying, find something you'd gladly do for free and then get someone to pay you for it. Is that the best advice, or what do you do if you don't love your job?
Well, what happens to many of us, and this actually happened to me early in my career, is we sideline ourselves into what we're skilled at, what we get the best grades in, what our teachers tell us we're good at. And that is frequently not the same as what interests us, which is, our passions.
Keynotes and seminars are also offered on the Your Retirement, Your Way method of intelligent retirement planning for individuals. John and Alan are in demand on the university circuit and have presented keynotes and seminars at Stanford, Dartmouth, and other prestigious institutions, including the American Society on Aging.
I was an English major in college. I loved reading, and I got good grades in it. So I imagined, as many good students do, that what the hell, I'll make my career, I'll teach English. So I was at Rutgers University, and I was on the faculty there in their English department, and I thought, isn't this wonderful? Until I found out that teaching English was about being on committees, it was about doing research, it was about all the kinds of things that I wasn't good at and didn't like. So there I was like her, I was stuck in the middle. I was letting go of something that I knew I was successful at or thought I would be successful at, and waiting, not knowing what the next grasp was going to be. And I studied that experience, and finally I found the career I'm in, but in between it was a horrible 2 years.
This happens to people a lot. They get into the wrong profession, and then they've got investment in that profession. Like Alan had investment in his career as an English professor, and all of a sudden when it isn't working, you've got to think about but I've made all this investment. Well, yes, but do you want to be in the wrong track for the rest of your life, or do you want to take the effort, let go of that trapeze and grab onto the next one and get yourself on the right track and be in a situation which complements your personality and lets you thrive and grow?
When I ask them, what is your passion? Most people will tell me, and I mean most, much more than half, will say, I don't know. And what John and I set out to do is to give them a guided experience so that when they were done with this experience and I said, what are my passions? They'll be able to say, let me give you my prioritized list. And let me tell you the circumstance in which I do my best. And let me tell you more, what my motivational needs are.
Alan and John provide interactive and fun seminars, offering participants an opportunity to be early adopters of their cutting-edge programs. They offer valuable personal insights from their own lives and present a process for creating an active, challenging, and productive next phase.
The tsunami is coming. Demographics are destiny. We can't change that. It's coming whether we want it or not. So there's two choices. We can ignore it, we can pretend it's not there, we can pretend that recruitment's going to solve all our problems and we're just going to go on the way it is. Or we can look at this problem as an opportunity. We can create a more-type program that will help us retain the talents and the abilities and the business generation skills that are walking out the door, but retain them in a way that renews the relation for the individual and for the company and prepares you for retaining these talents. And what you have done is build this breakwater, created this safe harbor, and given yourself the opportunity to outshine the competition and really have a competitive advantage going forward, because this is going to happen whether we like it or not.